My name is Jolena Petersheim. I'm the author of 5 novels, and I just love writing. I've always loved writing since the time I was a little girl. I love to read, and then from that I love to write. And I first got published 11 years ago when my eldest was a newborn, and just kind of taking it from there. I'm always watching people interactions, just listening to conversation and how people interact, and always like to study them. And I kind of needed to have an outlet for this observation. And so from that, I just love to pour it into writing, into stories, and kind of understand what makes or breaks a relationship and what makes it whole, and how we can best work as a community of brothers and sisters and husbands and wives and mothers and children, and just, strengthen ourselves and each other through love. And so that's kind of why I love to write and to pass on that observation to my readership. When my middle daughter was just a little girl, I took her on a walk on a snowy Wisconsin day. I remember the whole road just looked like an icy sheet. We had the red barns in the distance, and we're walking down this road, and I just had this image of a woman coming there with little ones like I had after having lost everything. And I imagined like how she would start again, how she would rebuild her life, and how she might find love again. And then what if something came in and changed it so that everything she had lost had actually come back to her? Would she still want it after having rebuilt her life? And so this whole modern retelling of Ruth came to me on a snowy Wisconsin day like 10 years ago. And it took, a lot of years for all the different ideas to come to fruition. But it's one of my favorite stories to date, and one of my most personal stories to date, as it explores marriage and motherhood, loss, and moving on. One of my favorite parts of this story was when Ruth, my main character, she goes into this little shack that was built on the edge of this field on this beautiful cranberry farm. And the owner of the property in the field, he lets her have a room of her own, this creative space to work on a manuscript, to process her loss. And it just came alive to me. And it was actually based on this cabin in Wisconsin somebody told me had been kind of built around a piano. And I was like, how in the world would have they done that? Like you must imagine a ship in a bottle, like how it's established and built up. And so this woman enters this cabin that's been used as like a refuge for creativity. And she's given this solitary space to be able to create and to kind of process. And I really believe in the power of the written word to help us heal. And so being able to explore that and to heal some parts of my own heart through writing Ruth's story was just beautiful, because I'm watching herself heal while I'm healing from some pain from my past as well. And so I want to be able to share that journey with my readers and allow them to come alongside and think, what are ways that I can be creative and ways that I can heal on my own life journey?